Hi everyone, I am Alejandra Cordova and today I am going to present to you my English project for the Unit 2, so let's start. This story is a little creepy and I want to share it with you. Last night I was walking home when something strange happened to me. It was really late and I was walking on the street. I had had a bad day at work and in general, so I had my headphones on. There was the moon shining in the sky and everything shined around when suddenly I saw a shadow hiding between two cars. I got scared because I thought that it was a robber and maybe I had to be careful. Sincerely, I was scared, and it wasn't the worst. That moment was starting. In a second, the moon had moved behind the clouds, and suddenly all was very dark and cold. The wind was blowing, and the trees moved above me. I started to run, while the shadows moved very fast and disappeared. I felt better because it wasn't a robber. I still feeling afraid of that shadow. So I kept running. After a few minutes, I decided to stop and sat on some steps. I felt very tired, and I wanted to close my eyes, but I felt how something touched my hands, and I couldn't move. I hadn't ever felt that. I was trying to understand what was happening when I fell asleep. A woman woke up me, and I couldn't believe what had happened. I got scared, thinking in how much I slept in that place. But it was for seconds, but it felt like hours. I started to cry, and I was telling to that woman what had happened, and she said to me the meaning of that shadow. It was the soul of a man who killed himself jumping off the biggest building of that street, and he only wants to help to rest in peace. He looked for someone who has hypersensibility to get communicate with that person. He only wants help. In a moment, that woman disappeared in front of my eyes, and then I woke up in the real world. All the time I have been dreamed, and I was having a nightmare. Fortunately, I was in my room and in my house. Then I remembered that I lived in that street in front of the biggest building. I saw through my window, and I saw a woman saying hi with her hand, and the shadow next to her. I got crazy. I thought that I was having another nightmare, but I was not. The shadow was very, very dark, and the woman had a big smile. She hadn't eyes. After that night, I moved because I had been lived moments like that almost twice a week. This was my little story. I hope you are afraid and have a good night.